A girl a wine in a time. I move around like she don't have no spine. The next thing, though she find, she have the rest of them a wait in a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so fast. Weed in a spliff, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This girl's on the level right now. I match to the bass on the treble right now. Wine to the real, let my crown. Bedroom rolling up, me now back down. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a pro, go. Girl, you want it, they know, yo. Rip on the scene. Heavy movement, you and your team, yeah, them can't intervene, right? You know another style where you got this, so won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist, don't tease till it making me all right. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby, back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got this, so won't you back it up on me?
Yeah, back it up on me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight.
Right.
Baby, I'm in town, know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. You know why I probably put that thing upon you. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. There's nothing on this earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up, girl, throw it up. Oh, yeah. Looking at your friends like you don't care. Girl, cause the Grey Goose is in here. Oh yeah, we in here.
You know I like that style where you got this, so won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist, don't tease till it making me honest. So smooth when you move to the groove, in the truth, baby, back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got this, so won't you back it up on me?
Liberia! It's your day!
Tama Corporation is hosting the first ever Heritage in Cultural reality show called National Heritage in Cultural Challenge. The National Heritage in Cultural Challenge is a reality show organized by Tama Corporation, enabling us to explore our culture through entertainment. At the same time, you could stand a chance to win the grand prize in the amount of $38,000 United States dollars. Teammates will be grouped into 15 teams, representing the 15 counties in Liberia. Each team will consist of 5 members, with each team member having a specific role. A traditional chef to cook all the juicy local dishes, a beauty queen or king to showcase how beautiful, inspiring, and unique our Liberian culture is, a talented dancer, singer, storyteller, you name your talent and be on the show. A smart man, that one man who is certain of his knowledge of the county and the Liberian history. Lastly, our warrior, who will be ready to fight and protect his county at all costs. To avoid weekly eliminations, each team must perform and win traditional games or tasks given to them.
And the live auditions, January 25th in Kanta, the 26th of January in Kakata, February 2nd in Buchanan, February 4th in Morovia, and the fun.
As Hamley Enterprises Limited, located at the Police Academy Junction, is a shipping agency ready to handle your goods from China to Liberia. We handle all from our warehouses in China. No need to stress yourself. We take care of your goods, and you can pick them up from our offices at the Police Academy Junction. We also sell solar products and can order solar grade of all sizes for you, and installations are guaranteed by our technicians. We also do professional t-shirt printing for all occasions. Contact us on telephone number 0880-340-117 or 0775-374-480 or our WhatsApp number 678-386-2499. It's Hamley Enterprises Limited, your shipping agency, ready to serve you.
Lapu's Kitchen, a Liberian-owned business operated by Johnson and Wales University's trained chef Joyce Matowia, is your dining away from home. At Lapu's Kitchen, we prepare all kinds of Liberian cuisines, including fried and rare oil potatoes green, kidney beans, palava sauce, fever leaves, and a lot more. We also make rice bread, meat pies, cookies, Benesi candies, and all kinds of pastry products. Place in your order online today from anywhere in the US at www.lorpukrtchen.com. The good news is your package is sealed in an insulated cooling box and reaches your destination well preserved and fresh. Save yourself the stress and order the best from a professional chef. Lapu's Kitchen keeps your fingers licking.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
To the program today is Tuesday, January the 25th, 2022. The time in Monrovia is exactly 7:30 a.m. The time in Delaware is 2:30 a.m. And we're very glad to be here. We thank God for another day. We thank Him for the gift of life and everything that He continues to do for us. And we're grateful. Good morning, Bwaka.
Good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. It's good to be here again this morning.
It certainly is. Certainly is. Good to be here. So yesterday, the president finally delivered his, president delivered his 5th annual message. I'm going to be honest, I did not watch it.
I'm very safe.
I did not watch it, but I collected bullet points from people who did, who posted about it, little bits of it, because it was too long, 2 hours and 35 minutes. I could not have watched it because I could not bear subjecting myself to that kind of torture. Even if we could read well, I would not watch anyone speak for 2 hours and 35 minutes. So, and to make matters worse, being a terrible reader that he is, an average 3rd grade student can read better. An average American 3rd grade student can read better than our president. An average 3rd grade American student can read better than our president. So just watching the man read or speak is painstaking, excruciating to the ears. So I didn't bother. But 2 hours and 35 minutes. First of all, Bwakai, what do you think? Do you think he likes it that long? Does he not really, does he like it that long? Is he pleased with his staffers, with his speech writers, that they would write him such a terribly long speech? What do you think about that?
I don't think he's really pleased with it, or probably he want to do it like that way so that he can keep people, or so people can find where to take some things from. Because Costa, with that such a boring speech, where will you go and say, oh, let me take this part to talk about, let me select the part to talk about? Because there was absolutely nothing to take from in a president's speech to discuss.
Well,
Nothing.
there were things
boring.
There were some things. We have a few points we'll be discussing this morning, but Walker, man, it was too long. The point I'm trying to make is not the content of it. Forget the content. Forget the terrible painstaking delivery. Just listening to it, right? Let's talk about the length of it, just how long it was. Do you think he's okay with it? Because this is not the first time. Last year, it was just about the same duration. Do you think George Weah is okay with it, that the speech is that long?
Because I think so, because if he wasn't okay with it, it was not going to happen this year. It happened last year, it happened this year. So probably
it happened even the year before.
Yeah, so he's okay with it. If
so 3 years in a row, and his speeches keep getting longer and terribly boring. So I think he's okay with it. But if he's okay with it, Buckeye, does he not realize that he's not a good reader and also that he's a terrible speaker? So why would he allow himself to be subjected to such pain?
But Costa, you feel to yourself that he's a terrible reader, but for him, no, he's doing pretty well. So he's not thinking that way that you and I. He's thinking that.
Well, you have a point, Buckeye. That's true. That is true. We think Weah is not a good reader. The same way we think Weah is a terrible leader, but Weah thinks he's the best. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the man writes it on a gesture for Christ's sake and says, Liberia best. LIB best preso. That is what happens to a fool. A fool believes his own belief. He believes in what he wants to believe in, that he is the best. That's true. So there's nothing you can do about it. That's what the man believes. The man believes that he's the best president ever. And he's the best reader ever. Now, let's go to the content. Some of the things that I found ridiculous.
Because before you go there,
okay? Because buggers clap for 2 hours and 35 minutes intermittently. They were just clapping.
Yeah, we have cheering squad then. They make every people there. You know that they have seditions in the building. Even the lawmakers are there, but they have seditions, and their thing there was to just clap and give the president a little break in between to take a little air. At least when you all clap that, the man would at least breathe small, then he pick up again. That's what
I don't think it was just giving him a break. I think it was giving him a boost. Stroking his ego. That he's doing a great job. Yeah, Mr. President, you are the best. You are LIB best preso. Ridiculous. Madness. But okay, couple of things. One, he's talking about the economy being stable. Of course, that particular line is in every speech. Is the economy stable, Baka? Is it stable for us, for you, for the Liberian people?
Costa.
We're gonna ask the people the money when we open the phone lines, but you, Baka, compare the last year, 2021, the economy. Tell us, has it been great for you?
Costa is absolutely terrible. For instance, once schools open, commercial drivers will be running 24 hours. They will announce the passengers will be always on the road. I'm just giving you an example. You go on Broad Street, you'll see people fighting for car, you'll see people fighting for motorbike, you'll see whatsoever happening. But now, Costa, if you go Broad and Randall Street, you will see car parking there, waiting for passengers. They themselves will be, crying for passengers. So that should even tell you that things are very hard within the country. You see motorcyclists now Well, in the morning, when I say today Monday or today Tuesday, people, students are going to school. You'll see them running from one place to another, taking students from one destination to another. But now they are all packed because you can see people going out. You can see people moving from one place to another. Everybody just home and quiet with the situation because there is no way forward. The economy is absolutely bad, Costa, totally.
Okay. But in Mr. Weir's word, the economy is great. Okay. Everything is fine. But that's why he's telling you the economy is stable. Because how can you tell me? And we'll ask the Liberian people this morning. We'll open the phone lines. We'll get to the part where we'll ask them, what do you make of the speech? Where do you stand on the speech? What were the points about the speech that irritated you the most? And what were the points you think that pleased you? I mean, I'm sure people are going to struggle with where the thing that pleased them, but we're going to ask them anyway. So reality is different from your reality, okay? This is a man who does not go to work. This is a man who he is a well-oiled machine. He's well taken care of, well provided for by the state. They give him anything he wants. So his reality is different from Wata's reality. His reality is different from everybody's reality. He doesn't struggle for anything at all. He's well taken care of. So he is not in touch, okay? He is out of touch. He's become inconsiderate. He has no compassion. And he stands there and he tells you that the economy is stable. The country is doing great. That's what he tells you. Now, one of the things he said in the speech that I found particularly ridiculous that I read, somebody posted, and I saw several people, post the same thing, so I believe it. He said the reason his justification for building the playgrounds, he said the reason he's building the playgrounds, Boaka, is because so that people will not have to take their children abroad to play. Now, Boaka, listen to me. Do people take their kids abroad to Ghana, Nigeria, the US to play?
No.
And so is that why he's building a playground? I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? I know people take their relatives and loved ones abroad for medical reasons because hospitals are bad, they don't work. But to say that people take their children abroad to play, therefore, when he's done building his playground and his parks, people would no longer have to take their kids abroad to play. Are you freaking kidding me? Are Liberians so wealthy that they take their kids to buy plane tickets and fly their kids to other countries to play?
To play.
The guy is stupid beyond redemption. Huh? I mean, and then here's another thing he did in the speech, right? In his speech, he paid bribes to the chiefs. I'm going to go to it. Hold on. He paid bribes to the chiefs, the traditional leaders. They're all brave, okay? Bribes. The man offered bribes to the traditional leaders. Okay? I'm going to go and read. I have the list here of the things that he said he was doing for them. Bribe, okay? Bribe. He offered bribes to the traditional leaders. Now, okay, listen to this. And the reason he's doing it is simple. Elections are coming.
Yeah.
Right? And so we all wants to make sure the traditional leaders will vote for him. And will not only do that, will begin to talk to their people for him.
Yeah.
So we are getting to the part of in the speech where he openly offers bribes to the traditional leaders. I'm going to find it right now, and I will read it for you all. The guy is brave. Yeah. That's how brave the guy is. In the speech, right there. This is it. I got it. This is it. One of the glaring deficiencies that I noticed during I'm reading now. This is the part where he offered the bribes. That I noticed during my county tour was a lack of mobility within the official and traditional governance structures to enable administrators to reach out to their citizens in an efficient and effective manner. I have decided to address this issue with urgency and with decisive action. Tomorrow, which is today, folks, January 25, 2022, at 12 noon, there will be a ceremony held at the SKD Stadium where I will be presenting items to the traditional leaders of each of the 15 counties to enable and empower them to reach out to their people. These items will consist of the following: one special utility vehicle for the use of Chief Zazankawa. Giving Zazankawa one vehicle. One vehicle. The head of the traditional council of chiefs, 30 pickups, 2 for each county. He's giving it 30 pickups, okay? 30 pickups, 2 for each county, 150 motorbikes, 10 for each county. You see that?
What?
He's giving 30 pickups, 2 pickups for each county for the traditional leaders. He's giving 150 motorbikes, 10 motorbikes for each county, and he's giving 15 ambulances, 1 for each of the county health services. 1 for each county. Yes. So Mr. Weah stood up there yesterday and basically launched his re-election campaign in the budget. I mean, right in his speech.
In his speech, and people they're clapping.
Yeah, of course, his supporters will clap. So Mr. Weah believes that once he can bribe the chiefs, he gives Zazankawa 1 vehicle for himself. He's giving each of the chiefs 2 vehicles. He's giving them 10 motorbikes for each county. He thinks that once he does that, then he's in good books. Then the traditional leaders would now go and tell the people to vote for him. And guess what? He's telling the people, I'm going to give you this. It is not he who's paying for these things. It is our budget. He's buying these things with money in our budget. But he thinks that the traditional leaders can help him. That somehow the traditional leaders will get the people to tell them, vote for the president again. But what he doesn't realize that those days are gone. The traditional leaders no longer dictate how the people vote in elections.
You know, that was the question. That's why I wanted to ask you. What do you make
of? They no longer have that control. They don't tell their young children how to vote. They don't do that anymore. It used to happen back then. And besides, the traditional leaders themselves are not stupid people. They know exactly what you're on. They haven't given it anything in a long time.
Costa, you always talk about respecting tradition here. So I don't know when you're talking about they not having control over the younger folks anymore. So
no, but not like before. Go to the village today. Not like before. But besides that, are you with me when I go to the ballot box to vote?
Nope.
Is your town chief with you?
No.
Does the parliament chief go with you into the voting booth?
1-by-1.
Exactly. You're not there with me. And I'm a young man or I'm a young woman, and I know what I'm struggling to go to make a living for my family. I know how much the price of rice has gone up. I know how much every commodity price has gone up. And you tell me that I should go and vote for John Weah again because he gave you a motorbike and a pickup? Of course not. So the traditional leaders no longer have that sway they used to have years ago. That was a different lifetime ago, Baka. It's not going to happen. But one of the things I picked up in the speech also, Baka, is that the CDC people believe their own reality. Their reality is that the president has done a great job. And that the great job that the president has done has secured him his re-election. That it secured him his re-election. That he's going to win again.
Yeah.
And there's nothing anybody can do about it. But what I don't understand is, Wakai, how is it that this president, who is still supposed to be very popular, was not able to get any of his candidates elected in 2020? I don't understand that, Wakai. Every single Senate candidate whose hands he raised lost. Every single one of them.
So
they lost.
Yeah. So have there been any changes since the past elections where he lost massively within the country from then
You
all
mean
of
changes in the positive direction?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
But
Do you
live
think
in the country. Have things improved economically or governance-wise since the 2020 elections?
they haven't been much improvement?
Or they've gotten worse, not improved. They've gotten worse.
Yeah.
Hardship has increased. You know, there's another thing they like to tell us, Wakai, that because he quoted figures like, inflation has dropped from 13% to 6%. The economy grew by 3.6%, is expected to grow this year by 4%. Do you feel these numbers, Wakai? Do these numbers, do these percentages, these statistics, these economic numbers, figures, do they manifest any way in your life? Do you see yourself paying less for anything because inflation has dropped? Do you see yourself having more money in your pockets because the economic growth rate is supposed to increase from 3.6% to 4%? Do you feel that?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Does Mantua or does Manwata feel that? Does it feel that the economic numbers seem to be improving? No, nobody does. Nobody feels it. It doesn't affect anybody in a positive way. These numbers do not connect. The people cannot relate to these so-called economic indicators improving. No, there's no connection. There's no correlation between the prices of commodities and these so-called economic numbers. Like you're talking about inflation reduced from 13.1% to 6%. Do you feel that? Are prices lower? Because inflation, of course, they call it the enemy of the poor man. Inflation, when it goes down, it is supposed to affect prices. Commodity prices are supposed. Do you pay less in transportation fares today? No. Or in transport fares? No. Do you pay less for a cup of rice? No. Do you pay less for a gallon of gas? No. So the so-called figures you're quoting, the reason why people are not impressed is because they don't feel it. They don't connect with it. They don't get it. They don't get it, Guy. So you're telling people, oh, don't worry. Inflation was taking. How many people even know what inflation is? So the only way, they have to feel it. They have to connect with it. And these figures, these so-called improvements, have to reflect in their lives. Commodity prices. They have to see that things are cheaper. They have to see that things have improved. When they're paying less to move from red light to dollar market, then they know things are improving. When the price of gasoline goes down, then they know things are improving. When the price of rice goes down, then they know things are improving. But you tell them these things, oh, look at the numbers. The economy will grow from 3.6% to 4%. Are you freaking kidding me? If 0.4% is supposed to make somebody be excited, you're crazy. That's what's happening to you. You're crazy because it doesn't make any sense at all. And they tell themselves that they're doing great. Absolutely great. Which is nonsense because they aren't doing great at all. You know? They aren't. Man, these people, Waka, these people, it's just really, really sad. Now, why go to BN is supposed to be here with us this morning, folks. We had said to you, our friend why go to BN, who has that scholarship to go to India to study. We said we're gonna raise small money for him today. He's gonna be on. We have Cash App and Zelle. And those of you in Europe and other parts of the world who have PayPal, you can please chip in as well. We want to help our brother to buy his plane ticket to go to India to study. We're gonna go to the phone lines. We want to hear from our people. So we'll bring Wago to be on at 8:30. Okay. So we're gonna take calls until then. At 8:30 Liberian time, that is in 40 minutes time, about 35 minutes time, we'll bring Wago to be on, and we're gonna raise some money for. What do you think? Do you think we should do it now and get it out of the way, or we should wait?
Yeah, let's do it today and get it out of the way because.
No, I didn't say what we should do it today. Now. Do we do it now or do we do it later?
No, let's take the calls.
Okay, so let's take some calls now, and I'm gonna provide a Cash App and the Zelle. information. I have it right here so that we can help raise some money for Wagoro Bien to buy his plane ticket to go to India to study. Yeah. So let's take some calls there first.
0770102102860103835 102 You just telling us, what do you make of the president's speech yesterday? What he took away it, and do you think things has improved or we are going backward? Let's take somebody from this end. Good morning.
Good morning, Baka. How you doing?
I'm okay. Your name is John.
Thank you. This is Commander, and I'm calling from Let me tell you, sorry. Yesterday's speech was just like a speech for someone drop back. And we live in this country, we know how the country looks. Look at the way the NSC sharing current. So are you telling me that you improving? Look at the straight line in Guinea. Look what in Syria. Who can all the city contract? Is that the foreign nationality, the Lebanese in India? We are the richest business in this country. Is that the Lebanese in India? Mr. President, can we even Jeffrey to the chief day when I help you turn it to the on a serious note? I can apologize to anybody from my one vote to president. We are 2017 because I thought that if I'm not coming to vote for him, nobody not coming to believe that he's coming to pay. But after we kind of vote, I see things are happening. I can see no improvement. The private sector, the people monopolize everything. They told us that we cannot be specific in our own economy. So say today, if private sector by the Lebanese and Indian, when we vote for them, they will pay our vote to the Lebanese and Indian. We release go and follow. So let me say, thank you this morning. And President, you pay us. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. President, you pay us. That's his last statement there. So take a course. Those in the diaspora can comment up on WhatsApp. That's +231 888 624 That's a WhatsApp number. Call me this morning, and you'll be live with us on the show. 0770-102-102-86-010383. What do you make of the president's speech yesterday? Want to hear from you as a Liberian. What you took away? What some people say was boring. Some people say was just too long. No understanding. Some say yes. The president's speech was great for you. You can call and be a part of the show this morning. So 0770-102-102-86. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Braga.
Yeah, good morning. Your name is joining us from?
I'm Anthony joining from Morovia.
Welcome.
Yes, I just want to make some point this morning with regard to the speech from the president.
Yeah.
You know, the president, I don't know where he really thinking from, or what does he really think that we the Liberians are. Because the fact is that I don't think he's getting down his car to see the reality. The time he's taking to go and play football or on the field, play basketball, play volleyball, I think he should have taken those time to go from one radio station to another and make some statement and ask the Liberian people as to what are their personal experience about his government. Then probably he will get to know. But rather than listening to his surrogate to tell him that the economy is doing well, it is not reflecting. Few days ago, the prices of gas has increased significantly. Today we're buying gas 640 Liberian dollars per gallon. The rate he discussed in that rate drop. Today we're changing money for 150 Liberian dollars to $1.
Okay.
Is that dropping inflation or increasing in inflation? A pack of cheese is detail right now is 700 Liberian dollars. Something we used to buy 350 Liberian dollars 6 to 7, 8 months or 2 years ago.
Okay.
So where is the inflation? Today we're buying bag of rice for 2,000 plus Liberian, 2,450 Liberian dollars. Then you're telling us that inflation has dropped. Transportation from Morovia to Ganta right now is 1,650. We used to pay $900.
You see that?
Yeah.
This guy's doing a good job for us.
Up to 9,000 Liberian dollars. Sometimes when you are on 40, you pay 12,000 Liberian dollars. Then you tell me, say, transportation or inflation is dropping. But I don't know how many percent, because you say it was 13% chart to 6%. You know what he's talking?
Okay.
So I don't really understand whether the president knows what he's really talking about.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
There you have it, Bwaga.
Yeah.
When you're talking about inflation dropping, prices should drop. You understand? Prices should drop. They shouldn't be going up. They should drop. But we doesn't get it. Let's take more calls then. Thanks to that brother for providing those different figures for us, because it's really insightful. Lets us in on what prices are. They're not coming down. They're going up. Let's take more calls there, Bwaga.
All right. Let's take this person from this line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
My name is Moses Campbell Dennis, and I call from the Turkish Republic.
Welcome.
Yes, I mean, honestly, the only way, I mean, the manner in which the president's speech yesterday can be described is being very horrible. And the president had the guts yesterday to have lied in every direction of his speech yesterday to the Liberian people. If you say, for instance, the economy of the country is booming, imagine the point at which he held this country's economy from 3%, and that was the unemployment rate in the country, and it came to 3.3%. So in that context, can you say the country's economy, is booming or growing? So that was just a blatant lie. And secondly, the president was brave enough yesterday to have stated in his speech that it would be remiss on his part if he did not mention, commending the basketball and the volleyball teams of Grand Crew County. Imagine that the president of a nation will reduce himself to that. Did he see that as an achievement? These are issues that the Liberian people will have to pay very keen attention to. You cannot continue to deceive the people in that form and manner.
So he said that? I didn't know he said that.
Who usually writes his speech? You understand? Or his speeches. But the fact that they can just gather just any kind of things just to deceive the people, that is very terrible.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. So he talked about his Grand Crew basketball and volleyball teams? Is that something worthy of reporting? Does he know the significance or the purpose of that speech? Is the annual message? The Grand Crew team and the Grand Crew volleyball, and the guy is so tribalistic, Waka, that he would take it to the annual message. Oh my God! Take some more calls, Waka. Is a crazy man. Did he really say that? Jesus Christ!
Because like I said, I didn't take my time to even listen or even.
The people who listen to it, they are telling us. Let's take more calls, Waka. And by the way, folks,
good morning.
Anybody, or if you are coming to the U.S. In the next few days, there's a small parcel I would like you to kindly bring for me. I would really appreciate it. If you're coming to the U.S. in the next day or 2 or 3, there's a small parcel I would like you to kindly bring for me. Please get in touch with me. If you're coming to the U.S. from Liberia, please bring me a small package. I would like you to bring for me. It's urgent. But let's take more calls then.
Good morning.
Commending the volleyball and basketball teams.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, good morning. Anima joining us from?
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes,
I just saw a call because I forgot some essential issues that are captured in the president's speech. The issue of repetition. The president is always telling us the same thing. He told about FaceTime rule. In his 2018 State of Nation address, he talked about FaceTime rule. Today, he keeps telling about the same FaceTime rule. So, for instance, I don't even think they know the reason for which even the State of the Nation, because you cover the period on review. If it is 2021 performance, you speak on 2021. You cannot be discussing FaceTime what I was done ever since 2 years ago. You keep bringing it up in your speech. I don't know whether they just want to make the speech landscape for us to know that you're doing something. You talk about how you call it, the pipeline road. Pipeline road issue has been long gone. You're still talking about it in your current speech. So probably that they didn't have any new performance. So they're just repeating all what they are doing in the past and they just start discussing it around here.
But that's true, Waka. Pipeline road has been done ever since, Waka. Ever since. Yeah. Oh no! What I want the person to bring for me is not food item. It's not a food item. I see somebody saying the hope is not dry meat. No, sorry, it is not dry meat. I'm telling you to not bring dry meat to the U.S. before you get in trouble. I would never dare give you dry meat to bring for me. It's just a small little parcel that's important. I need it for someone. The person is very, they're very much in need of it. Yes. Yes. It would have to save the person's life.
Okay. We mess up on our caller. The WhatsApp number active. You can call +231 888 624171. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Baka. And good morning to Aaron Pedro Costa. Come on in, Atama. Atama, how you doing?
Morning.
This morning from Corwin. Look, Costa, you know, when God went to beat people, some kind of way can happen. This identical car that President we are going to get to the county, 2-2. Who's going to ride a car? There are how many chiefs in Lofa County? There are how many chiefs inside the Grand Crew we come from? There are how many chiefs that are going to send 2 cars? At the end of the day, that car will bring split between the people. That car will bring split, and certain promotion will want it, and it will be, and it will be on board.
That's true, Baka.
I know places in Lima County get more than 16 to 30 chiefs. Then you send 10 motorbikes. Are you going to give one?
That's how I meant to yell about talking. That's true, Baka.
Which is impossible. That problem you bringing. So this thing will set problem for him. So I'm so happy the way he did the selection. It is good. Let it go there. It will bring problem. Yesterday, you're talking about how the country be are united. You talk about group. How much the poor guy in country meet? The money Eddie high can't be about 200,000. You keep brought it down to 100. Then you say things are improving. Eddie high 200,000 in the country meet. You never play football. But you that play the football, you keep something to where so you say reduce the thing and you agree to it, you reduce it. Then you say real going things are important. I mean things is improving. You see how the men how smart the project you see. They continue to use it. You laugh to the people yesterday that you get this, and this go up to the journalists. All that thing that they say, it happen in this now. We get market so, we get Cicero also, we get them also. Those journalists will go to the county and do a fact finding of those things. Because I know some of them, he lied. He lied yesterday. So at the end of the day, when the journalists go up, but me, I trust Clarence, I trust other people, they will go after that thing. They will go find out in the country what are these things are there. You're talking about Green Crew is surprise. Green Crew won the basketball and the volleyball the first time in fact, same volleyball came into the sport this year. And Green Crew carry it.
All right, so thank you so much. Let's try to.
Thank you, DJ Lomé. Let me just announce this. The standard bearer of the Unity Party, Liberia's next president, His Excellency Joseph Yuman Boakai, will today give his official response to the president's annual message packed with lies. Joe Boakai will speak today. He will speak live, not a statement. He will speak, read, and you will see real reading. You will see how an educated person reads today. At 12 noon today, Liberian time, from the headquarters of the brand new headquarters of the Unity Party up Broad Street, His Excellency Joseph Yuman Boakai will speak, and he will respond to Weah's speech. So watch out for Joe Boakai's address today at 12 noon. It will be carried live on a number of social media platforms and radio stations as well. Let's go back to the phone lines and take some calls there. Yep.
The real reading today, eh?
Real reading. Educated man reading.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Hello, brother. Man.
Yeah. Your name is joining us from?
Brother, this is Costa speaking. Pedro, good morning.
Bill, morning.
Yeah, Pedro, I tried to send you a message. I wanted to talk to you, but I think you have to. I'll call you later on, 35 in the evening. So the issue.
Yeah, do that.
Pedro, I don't want you to be surprised to see today that lawmakers, some of the lawmakers, on serious lawmaker will not go to section today. They will go attend the program where the president will be giving people, giving each of the country 2 pay costs with 10 motorbikes. For them to go and discuss the issue that will benefit the people, some of them today will leave section today and go attend the program that the president will be donating motorbikes to the payroll countries.
Yeah.
There's a completely trying to show to honor the only campaign. Why you couldn't get them motorbike to the chief and all of the other opponent, the soldier, other opponent? But only today that he decided to get 10 motorbikes each to each country and 2 pay costs. But you'll see some of our lawmakers today, Petro, will leave section and attend this program.
Well, you know what,
I don't want you to come on and say, oh, you let us support the person for representing the position or sending the position because we will not support them. Other people are just being foolish. They're just bunch of stupid people. Thank you.
Okay.
So yesterday, the analyst newspaper carried a headline, I apologize to the Librarian for conflict of interest. Quote, unquote, Ginny Millie Cooper. Ginny Millie Cooper, the Minister of Agriculture, the woman who knows book, the woman who is supposed to be better than the so-called foolish boys who ain't know nothing, is saying that she is sorry and she wants us to forgive her. Do you forgive her, folks? For giving her brother a conflict of interest, for giving the contract to her own company, not just her brother, she awarded a contract to her own company. Do you forgive her? For me, I don't forgive her. I do not forgive Ginny Millie Cooper. Now, I got Congo blood in me. She's a Congo woman, but I don't forgive her. I just want to stop. I do not forgive Ginny Millie Cooper. She is saying, I apologize and please forgive me. I do not forgive Ginny Millie Cooper. She had no business giving a contract to her brother, a consultancy to her brother, a strategic communications specialist, paying him $100,000 a year. I don't forgive her. I'm sorry. I don't forgive her for giving a contract to herself. I don't forgive her for giving contracts to her friends and not following the bidding process, violating the conflict of interest. I do not forgive Ginny Millie Cooper. I'm just telling you. I am telling you. So there you have it. Do you forgive Ginny Millie Cooper? Can't talk about, yeah, you will say you know book. You will say you're a decent person. Then you do something that's stupid, something that corrupt. Then you open your mouth and say, we should forgive you. Oh, my people, I'm sorry, I apologize. You apologize? I do not forgive you. Eh? I do not forgive you at all. What you did is unacceptable, is reprehensible, and you did so knowing that it was wrong. Did you open that process up? What does your brother Zubin Kuba know? Zubin is my friend. I've known Zubin for many years. I've admired Zubin for the work that he does. And what work does Zubin do? Zubin is good with cameras. Zubin would make you a great documentary. He's good. But does Zubin know anything about strategic communication work? I mean, especially in the agriculture sector, what absolute nonsense. I do not forgive you for that. I do not forgive you. I do not forgive you. You're giving yourself contract to your own company, Fabra, the one your son runs now? Then you want to tell me that we should forgive you? Are you kidding me? Nonsense. Darling, why would the saying forgive her? He's been sarcastic. Of course, he does not forgive her. That we're one big family. Yeah. We got to deal with some members of that family when they misbehave. I don't forgive her. Let's take some calls then. So you're going to tell my Congo sister, Ginny Millie Cooper, that I ain't giving you no doggone forgiveness. You don't deserve it. What you did, you shouldn't have done. And you must be ashamed of yourself. So for someone who prides herself on being someone of integrity and having education and experience, you are a disgrace, Ginny Millie Cooper. I don't forgive you.
Let's take this person on the line. Good morning.
They should fire you and prosecute you.
Good morning.
Nonsense.
Good morning, Braga. Good morning, Costa. My name is Peter C. Jr. and I call from Minnesota. So yesterday, we were all listening to the 2-hour long speech, 2-hour plus speech from the president, and it was so boring. At the end of it, he made mention of let peace reign from the length and breadth of Liberia. But how can peace reign when the people of a county is underrepresented? The people of Lofa County, how can peace reign when you are president and people crying that have been underrepresented? So I think it is conflicting. He's the president, but he's divisive. He should be able to know that people need to be represented fully. So I hope the president idea of preaching let peace reign, you should also look at the situation in Lofa. Thank you so much, because I thank you for the job you do. May God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear friend. What a good point he struck. The theme of yesterday's annual message was let peace reign. You know, I'm reminded of Dr. Martin Luther King's speech. You know, which one was it? Is it I Have a Dream? You know, Bagai, my brother is right. Peace cannot reign. Peace cannot prevail when people are suffering, when people are marginalized and witch hunted, when the people of Lofa County are having to go without full representation in the Senate because Brownie Samukai was instructed by former President Sirleaf to use a portion of the AFL's pension funds to prepare the army for deployment in Mali, and we are assumed responsibility and said you were going to restitute that money. You paid $400,000 of that money, then you come back and you prosecute Brownie for that same money. And the people know, everybody knows it. If Brownie Samukai really did steal the money, okay, why did George Weah pay $400,000 of the money back?
That's the problem.
Okay, if you say I stole money, why pay some of the money for me? Prosecute me for the money. But what a contradiction. It is a travesty of justice. If I stole money, you get up, you say, oh, as president, I will pay the money back. Because the former president told me that she instructed Brownie Samukai to use the money. So I have agreed that I will pay the money back. He paid $400,000 of the money back. You know, to those of you who always say, we who say Brownie is innocent in this case, and I'm not here to defend Brownie Samukai, but Brownie Samukai is no damn saint. That's not what anybody is saying. But the fact remains, Boakai, on this particular issue, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf publicly said before she left office that I authorized and instructed Minister Brownie Samukai to use some of the pension funds to prepare the army for deployment to Mali. And that I have asked the incoming president, President-elect George Weah, to assume responsibility or liability to restitute those funds. George Weah issued a statement. Yes, I have committed to outgoing President Sirleaf that I will put the money back. George Weah came to power. True to his promise, in part at least, he restituted $400,000 of the money. Not his personal money, the Liberian people's money. Now, if you put $400,000 back, what's the basis for suing Brownie, for prosecuting Brownie?
That's the problem.
Boca, this is the issue. You publicly said, I will pay the money. My government will pay the AFL their pension money back. Because Brownie was authorized to use the money to prepare the troops for deployment to Mali. Then you come back and you say, I'm suing, I'm prosecuting. My government will prosecute Brownie. Prosecute him for what you've already paid a portion of? You publicly took liability, responsibility to restitute the money, and then you prosecute him for the exact same money, a portion of which you restituted? Does that make sense to anybody? Is there anybody who's listening or watching who that makes sense to? Well, it doesn't make sense to me. This is absolutely dumb. You paid a portion of the money back because you believe that Browning didn't use the money for himself. Because the former president told you, George, I authorized Browning to use this money. I had gone to the ECOWAS summit. While there, I made an impromptu commitment. I made a commitment that was spontaneous. That's the word, spontaneous. It's not impromptu, spontaneous. I made a spontaneous commitment to my colleagues at ECOWAS that Liberia would be contributing troops to be embedded within the peacekeeping troops or forces in Mali, the UN peacekeeping mission. When she made a commitment, they needed to prepare the soldiers for deployment. She called Browning, look, you got no money. Okay, you know what? Go into the AFL pension fund, take money out of there, prepare the troops for deployment. Browning said, yes, Madam CIC, Browning does that. Now, they didn't restitute the money. It was a mistake Browning made. The mistake Browning made, Browning should have made sure that money was restituted before they left office. Browning Samukai did not do that. He failed. I don't know what made him fail to do that, but Browning Samukai did not ensure that the funds were restituted because the money doesn't belong to the government. I would never sit down here and tell you that it was okay to use up the AFL's pension money and not put it back. No! You used the AFL's pension money, you didn't put it back, they should have put the money back. What Browning's failure was to ensure that the funds were fully restituted. That was Browning's failure. But then what Ellen did? Oh, Ellen made her boy George a president, right? So what did Ellen do? Ellen asked him, look, George, I told Browning to use this money to prepare the troops. I'm leaving. We failed to restitute the funds while we were here. I want you to take responsibility and commit yourself to restituting the thing. George said, oh, yeah, Madam President, come on, you just made me president. What am I not going to do to please you? He agreed. He did. And they didn't do it in private, though. They issued statements to that effect. I don't know whether you read it, but most of you don't remember stuff. I do. I remember the statements. Ellen put out one statement. We have put out another statement. And that's it. We came to office. We have paid $400,000. The man has got no honor, no integrity. What a fool he is. Let's go back to the phone lines and take a few more calls there. Shortly, we will take Why Go to BN. And for those of you watching, that's the Cash App, the Zelle number there. And that account belongs to my sister, Winifred Johnson. I don't know whether she's available right now, but I informed her that we will be using her number to raise money for our brother Wagoro Bien, who is traveling. He's traveling to India. He's got a scholarship to go to India to study, and so he needs his plane ticket, and we're raising some money to help him get his plane ticket to go to India to study. So let's go to the phone lines and take a few more calls, and then we'll bring Wagoro Bien on. I told him to go to the radios to our studio this morning because his internet is terrible. The internet at our place is better. How many services we have, Waka? 2, 3 internet services?
2 for now.
We have 2 because you know what? We want to make sure the service is good. If one service doesn't work very well, what do? We switch to the other, right?
Yeah.
That is what we do. So I told Wago to be in to go to the studio this morning so we can get that done. Now, somebody said we should provide mobile money number. Faithful political D-man will do that. Those of you in Liberia can chip in too. Let's help our brother. He needs our help. Whether you can send 500, 200. Boakai, send me the mobile money number that we will use as well, so that you all in Liberia can chip in, so we can help this brother buy his plane ticket to go to India to study. So we're gonna do that in just 5 minutes. Whatever you can get, $20, $30, whatever you can give. What we need to raise for him. He said the ticket is $1,050. If we can raise $1,200 or $1,300, fine. We should to help him. Let's take some more calls, okay? Let's take some more calls. We'll take 5 more calls. Then you put Wago to be on, and then we'll do that fundraiser for him.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Your name, where you calling from?
Hello.
Good morning. Your name, where you calling from?
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm okay. Where you joining us from? Your name?
You. This is Prince Silver and regular listener, but I'm not caller. This is the first time to call, and I'm so disappointed with this on the silver note. This is the president of Costa and supported him, campaign for him, and one thing that gets into me about the government for me to see that Their laboring in India involving in wholesale at the same time retailing this country. And you see the comment ministry, they agree with it when they go there calling so-called inspection, they get them full money to go back. The people continuing to him in our private sector businesses that stuff and fast for nationalization policy. And the president is not even discussing on some other things. And even the report for the guy that, you know, have been shoot to country in Lima country. In our security sector, there's a lot of mess going on. You know what? You're anything about social things. And we're so far. We're so far.
Thank you so much. Let's take Bibra Thomas Ansumana from this line. Good morning, welcome. When you mess up on your call, please call back. Okay, let's take in. Good morning.
Good morning, Bakai. Good morning, Perry Costa. This is Ansu from Baltimore.
Yeah.
The agriculture minister knows that Ellen Johnson Sally took responsibility of her son stealing the NOCA money and nothing happened. So she did that to counter the Liberian people, you forgive me. She know nothing will happen. And if the president want peace in Liberia, let him pay Nesse retirement money, let him pay just a cabinet Janet, you know, on money that they owe him. So if he really serious for peace, let him do those things. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, Mr. Ansel Manasrog, Baga, you are low. Mr. Ansel Manasrog, a very good point. Very good point. Pay Nancy Doe. The ECOWAS code rule in her favor. Pay her. You understand?
Yeah.
You see the ECOWAS code rule in favor of Kabina Jane. Pay him. Then we know you want peace to reign. Then we know. Talk about peace should reign. How can peace reign when people are denied justice? Pay them what they are owed. Pay them.
Now take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Anywhere you calling from? Good morning. Okay, that person isn't ready yet. We take two more calls, then we'll cross over to
two more calls, and we'll do the quick fundraiser for Wild Go to Be. And we got to move our money number yet.
Yeah, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Your name, where you calling from? Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Timothy Smith calling from Grand Bassa.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Braga, and good morning, Costa. You know, President, we are saying king of power. I can't waste my time listening to him because a lot of things are a mistake. And his speech yesterday, at least in the morning, a lot of people in Grand Bassa, a lot of people are so disappointed. But we, the voter, we should be prepared to rest our door. And to the council men, the traditional council, we part of the traditional people too. So if anybody made mistakes, we are watching the government, President, we are in failure. And that's a red near the door. Even the county tour. Today, he had not fulfilled one. He came to Grand Bassa and talked about one hospital there. We see nothing yet. So our traditional council, we are watching them because 2023, we the people, we the elected in the country, we should be focused because right now we don't have leader. And so we are, for me, I want you to speak to us. We are downhearted, we are disappointed. We even know to go, Mr. Braga. But you say we should get you opportunity. It is time that we do not bring people that trust in you and we on the field and telling the people we more so to you. Not we want to listen to you. You are the mayor of the march. 2023, Braga is the mayor we carry, but right now we are disappointed. The presidency are disappointed. Our job, we have failed us. So we the voter, we prepare 2023. I mean, we are in the villages. We are in our hometown. We tell our people that the way power tomorrow is Braga. So if Social Brian listen to you, come down, listen to me the morning on your show, he needs to talk to the Liberian people. We need to talk to us. We need a position. Where he going? Where he going? Where we going?
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, Timothy, I can tell you that Joe Baga will speak today. He will respond to the president's annual message. But the other issue you have, I cannot speak to that. You want to know what Joe Baga is going to say or what direction the CPP or he's taking politically? I can't speak to that. But I can tell you, Joe Baga is going to speak today to respond to the president's annual message. That much I can say definitively at 12 noon today at the headquarters of the Unity Party.
Will he be responding as the head of the CPP or the Unity Party? Which one?
He will be speaking as the leader of the Unity Party.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Let's take our last caller here, then we'll cross over to you and Wagolo Bien. Good morning.
Yeah, Boga. Thank you for rejoining me. I was the guy who called from the Turkish Republic. Dennis. Yeah, you know, it is so very interesting this morning. I mean, but what I can say again, we are waiting on Ambassador Barker to speak to the Liberian people because this is seen as a wake-up call. And I mean, it has given him a sense of direction again that every single Liberian now depends on him and on his leadership ability. But you know what is so amazing, really, is the fact that a lot of us in 2017 clearly indicated we saw this, that President Weah could not do anything. This is the reason why a number of us, did not vote him. And with the conviction that he could not do anything in the country, and he came to power and demonstrated that. I mean, it is very sad. Very, very, very sad. Okay. So we are just appealing to Ambassador Barker to put his feet to the fire to ensure that, I mean, he really restores that hope of the Liberian people, because the government miserably led, the country. So we are appealing to him, asking him that he will wake up and try to restore the hope of the Liberian people. Okay. But what was so, very troubling again is for the president not to have even mentioned in his State of the Nation address those Liberians who lost their life. I mean, in terms of a strategy, security strategy, what can we do? What mechanisms can be instituted to ensure that we remedy some of these problems? He did not talk about it, yet he said we have peace in the country. So I don't know in which context you are trying to speak about the peace.
All right, my brother, thank you very much.
But again, those people who were around him continue to deceive him. They see the reality and now confront the reality. Very sad. Extremely sad.
Thank you.
Our sister Testimony Doga, Ebony Doga. We wish you a speedy recovery. You're not doing very well. A member of COP Europe, Testimony Ebony Doga. We wish you a speedy recovery. You're not doing well. We hope that you will feel better soon. To our dear sister Bolu Moba, you graduated with your BSN, bachelor in nursing, your bachelor's degree in nursing. Bolu, you were there at in the very hard-working, big support of the COP in Dallas, Texas. Bolu Moba, congratulations to you on your graduation with your bachelor in nursing, and wish you all the best. So now we're gonna go put our man Goro B in there. Hold on, let me maximize the thing. Why Goro B?
Good morning.
Morning. The reason I told you to come here this morning because the other day it was irritating. Good. So welcome. So we want to raise some money for you this morning. I've asked my sister Winifred Johnson to let us use her Cash App and her Zelle. And folks, this is the Cash App, the Zelle number, the Cash App number, they are the same. There are thousands of people who are listening. They're not watching the show live on Facebook. So for those of you who are listening, I'm going to read out the Cash App number. The Zelle and the Cash App, they are the same, so that you can have it, and that's how you can send your little contribution. While Gorobian has a scholarship to go to India to study, he is supposed to leave on the 4th of February. And so we're trying to buy his plane ticket. And the plane ticket cannot be the reason why he does not go to India to benefit from that scholarship opportunity. Therefore, we're trying to help him. Now, I know we can't help everybody. I get these requests all the time from so many people. can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Can you raise money for me for this? We can't help everybody, but there's just some cases that we got to pick randomly. No special preference. I don't believe in special preference. I believe in just helping the most deserving person. All right. So we also have a mobile money number, which belongs to Bwakai, my co-host. I'm going to provide a mobile money number. For those of you in Liberia, you can also chip in so that we can help Wagarubian. Now, the price of the one-way ticket to India was, at the time Wagarubian told us, $1,050. But of course, we have to raise a little more than that. I'm pretty sure the price is not the same now. You know how these things are with plane tickets and stuff. The prices are never cast in stone. So we got to do much better than that. So these are the numbers. I can't, my sister Winifred must be indisposed at the moment. She's in the US. It's pretty early here. It's 3:33 a.m. So, but these are, so I would not be able to tell you when your contributions come in because I can't see it. She has the Cash App and the Zelle. So that's what you can do. So send your contributions in now. The number, the Cash App number, Cash App and Zelle, 763-568-8538. Now, I know a lot of you in the US will be up in a few hours and you will listen to the show at some point during the day. Now, when you do, please, I would like you to kindly chip in. Please chip in. The number is pinned right here at the bottom of the feed. You should be able to see it. 763-568-8538. And the name is Winifred Johnson. That's for Cash App and Zelle. Cash App and Zelle. The same number works for Cash App. The same number works for Zelle. $20, $15, $50, any amount, $5, anything you can send to help this brother right here. Why go to be in? He's sitting right there in Bwakai's seat in our studio in Monrovia. We need to help him buy his plane ticket to go to India to study, to pursue his academic dream in order to pursue his dream in life. He said he wants to be he wants to do business. He wants to be a businessman. He wants to study business. So he has a scholarship to go to India. Now the mobile money number, I'm going to give you the mobile money number, 0888 624, mobile money number 624-171. I'm going to read that slowly again. 0888 624-171. That is the mobile money number right here. And that number, so Bwakai, you can get in touch with us. I mean, you can send your little contribution to that number. And Bwakai is right there in the studio. Now, Bwakai, if you're in earshot of me, if you're listening, pay attention to your number. And if you receive something, just let us know. So that is how you can contribute to Wagarubian's dreams, to go to India, to take advantage of that scholarship opportunity, to study, and hopefully to return home and to pursue his dreams of becoming a businessman. So again, I'm going to say, chip in whatever you can. And normally I like it when I can give people real-time feedback on how people are responding to the SOS call. But unfortunately, I cannot because, and I thank you. That's very good, folks. When you chip in, please let us know. Laoba Michael says, I just chipped in $60. Laoba, thank you very, very much. Now, please do exactly as Laoba just did. When you chip in for Wagarubian towards his plane ticket, please just comment here and let us know. Just comment and say, I just sent $20. And please be honest. Please, this is not fun making. If you were the one who was in need, we will not make fun. If you were the one in need, we will not make fun. So just be serious. If you chip in something, please tell us that you sent something and be honest about it. If you didn't chip in, it's okay, but don't lie. Don't make fun of it because it's about somebody's life, somebody's future. So thank you to Laova for contributing $60. So please, it's open. Why go to being? Why do you want to study business? Somebody was saying, why are you not studying something like engineering or mechanical or construction? Why business? Why go to being? What makes you think that that is your strength? I mean, I know we should follow our passion, but we should also follow where we should follow our desire, but we should look at our strength. I mean, what we think we're strongest in, and that's what we should study. Why are you studying? What makes you think that your strong suit is business as opposed to engineering? Let's talk about that. You could do engineering. What do you currently do? Don't you work with your hands? What do you do right now? While going to be in? You went to MVDC, didn't you?
I did, Costa. I did.
Okay, what did you study? I see my big brother Abraham Kitty says here, you will contribute $200. Thank you, Mr. Kitty. Thank you. And of course, he's a big supporter of education and education efforts. Thank you so much, Mr. Kitty, for your contribution of $200 US. So why go to BN? What did you study at MVDC?
I studied plumbing.
Good. So you are a technical guy.
Yes.
Yeah, but your dream is to be a businessman. And there's nothing wrong with that. But people were asking. So I just thought to ask you. Somebody were asking. Miriam Roberts says, I give 50. Thank you, folks. And if you have sent it, let us know if you've already sent it. As I said, my sister Winifred must be asleep, and I can't get real-time updates on the contributions as they come in. But I know people are sending their contributions in. And as I said, once you send their contribution, kindly let us know that you did. Whether that's $5, whether that's $10, whether that's $20, whatever it is you send in, please let us know. We really appreciate it. That is what we're all about, helping our brothers and sisters in need. So why go to BN? You want to study business. There's nothing wrong with studying business at all. So you study plumbing. Why did you study plumbing at MVDC? Why not something else? Let's talk about it. Let's just have a little conversation while we're here waiting for our people to chip in.
Yeah, Costa, before we go into the discussion, I just want to say something quickly.
Please do that quickly.
The last time when
lower the mic, man, George. You see the man shot and looking hump over like that in the chair. Okay, go ahead.
The last time when I appeared on the show, you asked me about the scholarship as to whether it was 100% scholarship, and I said no. It was a 75% scholarship.
Precisely.
Yeah, 75%, and I will pay the 25%. But that day, after the show, I went and watched the entire show again, and people raised some concern, and their concerns are all legitimate concerns.
And what were the concerns?
And they are concerned. Some of them are concerned about my feeding, the accommodation, and how would I get the 25% to pay? And that day I said I was going to solicit help from other places. But the most important thing is the 25%, which is the tuition or the school fee. So that day I said I was going to solicit help, but in case anybody that God would touch to help in that direction, I will gladly accept it. And the university that I got my admission letter from is the Royal Barra University. But that university is a little bit expensive. The tuition per semester.
But why go to be
the tuition?
Go on.
The tuition per semester For Royal Para University is something around $1,700, including the accommodation. So they will give you food, but their kind of food, you know, I'm an African man, so I won't. They'll be giving you vegetable or you eat the Indian food. So I don't really like, you know, I cannot live on vegetable, Costa. So I decided to. I told the admission officer that he should do some adjustment. So that is, I will get admission from another university, which will be the Louisiana College. And that university is, I mean, the fees is much reasonable. Per semester, we'll be paying at least about $700. So at least that is affordable. So if anybody want to help me in that regard,
so the scholarship allows you to pick any school that you can gain admission to, right?
Of course.
Okay, so it's not for a particular school.
No.
So you are going to be switching. Now, hey, you're wrong about Indian food. And let me tell you something. When you go into a foreign country, you start to study, research the country. Indian food is great food. I know this. So you think that vegetables Indians eat? Indian food is very, very good. They eat all kinds of stuff. They like meat. They like all kinds of stuff. Yeah. And even though their food, their food, Indian food is good. I've had Indian food. So that's very good. So we'll pay for the plane ticket, and then the rest of it, well, we'll see how that will go. But let's get you there first.
Okay, so the question you asked Costa as to why are they plumbing, right?
Yeah. What was it that made you do plumbing? Now, folks, we're not going to lose such a go to be and hold on there, folks. We're here to raise money. And when you send your contribution, please let us know. Please send us your information. So who offers the scholarship? The scholarship is coming from who?
The scholarship is from the church.
It's from a church?
Yes, it's from the church. And
where is the church?
Green Pasture. They call it the church Green Pasture. They have branches in Liberia, and they also have branches in India there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, okay. And just so you know, Indians eat a lot of rice. About 90% of the rice that is imported to Liberia, it comes from India. And their food is quite spicy. So you're wrong. You will like Indian food, I can assure you. All right. Thank you very much. Let's take some more. Folks, just tell us. You send your contribution, $20, $10, $5, whatever it is you send in to help Why go to BN to buy his plane ticket. We will appreciate that. We will appreciate that. $5, $10, $20, whatever you can send. He has a scholarship at 75%. It covers 75% of the tuition. He's transferred from the other school. The tuition per semester was $1,700, which is $1,700. Now he's transferred to another school, which is $700 per semester, which is much, much cheaper, but he can still study what he wants to study. That's very, very good. Now, you want to study business. Do you think you have the strength to study business? Do you have the acumen, the intellectual, the academic acumen to study business? Do you think you have a strong business background? Or when I say strong business background, I don't mean whether you have experience in doing business, because I'm sure you haven't done business. But what I mean is that business entails a lot of stuff that deal with financials, it deals with numbers, it deals with do you think you have the strength to do business, to study business?
Of course, Costa, I have the strength to do business. And when I was in high school, I was good at economics. Yes.
Okay. You were good at economics. And you know the language of business, right? It's English. So you have to work on that quite a lot. The language of business is you got to speak it. So when you want to study business, it's not a technical job. Business is about communication. So I'm encouraging you, you will have to do a lot of reading and have to improve your fluency because you have to communicate. Business people communicate a lot. They speak a lot. They preside over meetings. They communicate with people. So that's what you must study a lot. Yes, you may have a good background in economics, which is good. In numbers, mathematics, because you will do some business math and stuff is important. But what's also extremely important is you must be able to communicate yourself very, very well. And that's English. Having proficiency in the English language is very key as a business leader. When you enter that boardroom, you're going to speak to people. You're going to communicate with them, and you're going to be speaking in English, which is your official language. So I want you to know that that is key, very important. Focus on that. Every business leader must have good communication skills. You must. Okay, so folks, tell us there when you say your contribution, please let us know. The Cash App and the Zelle is the same number, 763-568-8538. Winifred Johnson is the name. That's for Cash App and Zelle. I'm going to repeat that number, 763-568-8538. Winifred Johnson is the name. Send us your contribution there, please, so that we can help our brother. Cash App and Zelle, the same number, so that we can help our dear brother there. Cecilia Paul, thank you very much. She says she's going to send $100 toward this effort. We're trying to get our brother Wago BN to go to India to study. While you're there, God will provide the rest. Just get there. You understand?
Of course.
Yeah. They say the Lord never abandons anything he starts, he finishes. That's what the Lord does. He never abandons, his children, those who believe in him and put their trust in him. Put your trust in the Lord, and the Lord will see you through, my brother. I believe that. It works for me all the time. My faith is in God. He never lets me down.
The Lord has been with me from the beginning, Costa, so and I know he will see me through to the end.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that. So yeah, why go to being? Somebody said, what does the Y in your name stand for?
That Y stands for
Yes. Okay.
That Y stands.
Speak, Mama.
That Y stands for Yabazuo.
Yabazuo.
Yeah, it's a typical Loma name.
Yeah, but you gotta tell me typical Loma. It goes without saying Yabazuo. So you are Yabazuo Goto Bien.
Yes, Costa.
Yeah. So you are from Zozo?
No, I'm from Zozo district, but the town is Konya. I'm from Konya.
Konya. Of course, I've heard about Konya. Konya.
From Konya.
That's very good. Why go to bien? Why go to bien? Why go to bien has been following the Costa Show for 8 years, and he and I met for the first time some 4 years ago when I launched my failed representative bid. He was one of those who came. Why go to bien? What district did you live in at the time when I ran?
I live in District 2.
And you came to District 6, right?
Yes, I came to District 6.
And you registered there too to vote for me, right?
Yeah, I registered in District 6 to vote for you. And I voted for you.
He's been a good friend. And he's been a good friend of ours. And he's a patriot. He believes in the work that we do. It's about the work that we do. And why Go to Bien has, I'm going to ask you, right? And I spend some time paying attention to my people. I know I have a lot of people and I can't possibly know everyone, but I want to say this. You, Wago Bien, the Costa Show has made some impact on your life in these past 8 years that you follow us. Tell us, what do you say are the most impactful things the Costa Show has done to you? How have we impacted you? whether intellectually, whether you just name it, mentally. How has the Costa Show made you a better person?
Yeah, Costa, the reason I decided to follow you the very first time I listened to you is because you someone who believe in speaking truth to power. And you have a very good integrity, and you're someone that stand up for the truth. So the very first day I listened to the Costa Show, you know, before the show could begin, you know, that thing that used to play, we don't speak in nuances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't the theme song, we don't speak in nuances, we speak truth to power, and with the cafes, let it wear. So when I listened to the theme song, you know, I began in interested, and from that day I started to listen to you. And you someone who believe in standing up for the truth and speaking truth to power. And that's how I am. I follow people who speak truth to power and stand up for the truth. I don't like fake people. If you are fake, we are not friends. So I started following you and listening to you. At the time, your co-host was Wooz Yanton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yanton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I begin to like you. And I follow the show up to now. I still follow the show. Even now, I follow the show religiously because sometimes of my busy schedule. But I still follow your show and listen to you. And at the time, you have Voice FM. You closed the radio station down because you were vocal and speaking truth to Ellen, who was a wicked woman, and she did not want to hear the truth. So she closed Voice FM. And you transition to Roots FM. And Roots FM again, we are king. You and him were on good times, but later on the relationship, it got a little bit sour. And then that was how he closed Roots FM.
Okay, so now let's talk about, now that's why you followed us, and we appreciate that. Why I'm gonna be it. But what impact, how has the show impacted you in any way, measurable way? How has it impacted you over the last 8 years?
Yeah, the show have impacted me in such a way that I believe in looking at someone's face and telling them the truth. Whether you can be president, you can
So
be
it made you a bolder person.
Yes, a bold person. And also to help people that are in need. Because that's one of your character. You believe in helping the poor. I believe I listened to the show one time when you help an old lady who was selling bread. Yeah, I think you can remember. You raised some money for her to buy flour.
No, the old lady makes donuts in Blue Quarter.
Yes.
And because she could not afford to buy a bag of flour, baking flour. So she would go to the store and take the flour on credit, and she would make the donuts, sell the donuts, and then would go and pay the bag of flour money back. And this old lady was taking care of her grandchildren and her children with this money, with this business that she was doing. So when we got to know about it, we bought her a bag of flour and a gallon of oil. So she no longer had to go to the store to take the flour on credit, sell it, make the donuts, and then pay for it back. So of course we've done a lot of things, and we try to remember some of the things we've done for people, but we cannot possibly remember them all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of good things you have done.
So it's made you, so listening to us and following our work, philanthropy, humanitarian, so it's made you a compassionate person. You care about people, you help people, right?
Of course.
That's very good. That's very, very good. We like that. Compassion should be an infectious disease. You know, it should infect you and it should cause you to spread it. Spread the love. When God blesses you, my brother, you pay it forward. That's what some of us do. We help people that we don't even know. We do things for people that we can't even see. And God blesses us. Why go to being? We're never jammed. God always sends someone to the rescue. Something always happens for us. Because God knows that when he shares with us, when he empowers us, we're going to be a blessing to other people. And oftentimes other people will pray for all kinds of things. God, make me this, God, make me that. And I say to God, God, give me the power, give me the resources, give me the blessings so that I may be a blessing to somebody else. And he does that always. And trust me, my dear brother, what God is going to do in this year for me will shock people. It will be incredible. And what he's already set in motion while going to be in, you will be in India studying, and they will be talking about us in India. Don't forget, save this show, January 25th, 2022. 3 minutes to 9 a.m. in Liberia, 3 minutes to 4 a.m. in Delaware. This year, 2022, what God has set in motion, I didn't say what God intends to do. I said what he has already set in motion. What is going to happen? Where I'm going to be in?
And you know, Costa, what I did for you in the past and what I'm prepared to do, you know, is something that I just believe in you so much that I can do that of sacrifices. You know that when I left from my district 2, to go to district 6 to go and register, up to now, some of my friends they still beat on me. How can you live on your district? You go in another district because of Costa. Is it that Costa giving you something? I said no. Costa does not give me money, or he doesn't give me anything to say, oh, why
It's conviction. Why going to be? They don't understand it.
No, but because I believe, when I believe in somebody, I just believe in you, and I mean I can do anything for you. So up to now, they can stay. Even the community chairman, he said, "Mama, you do not living in the district, you living in district 6." You know, so we just make fun about it. But what I think for you, I cannot do it for a typical politician. I cannot do that. Actually, a typical politician.
Why going to be in? I can tell you this much. You see, our country, our people have been disappointed too often, too many times, by people they place their confidence and their trust in. It has made our people cynical and distrustful of politicians. I don't blame our people. And every day I pray to God, I say, God, make me an instrument of blessing. Give me the opportunity to serve and prove myself so that people know that all of us who say, let there be change, but that we can be agents of change, that we can bring about change, are not fake. That some of us are real, but you will never know until you have the power. You know, people say all kinds of things about us, but what they don't know, or what they do know but do not want to acknowledge, is that there are two roads that lie in front of us. The road, the easier path, is to never be an enemy of whichever government in power. To be their friend, make money, our businesses flourish, and will do well. That path is right before me. Where I'm going to be in. And you know what? That path is the easier path. It's paved with gold, milk, and honey. Then there is the other path, which is the difficult path. To stand up and speak out. Speak truth to power. Challenge the system about the evil that they do to our people. And then face the consequences. Have our businesses shut down. Have them chase us. Have them bring ridiculous charges and try to extradite us from Sierra Leone. That is something most human beings are not able to do. The sacrifices that we have made and continue to make over the last 10 years, risking our very livelihood, our businesses, risking our very lives, leading thousands and thousands of people into action on the streets to protest for social and economic justice, for accountability, with money dangling in our faces to bribe us, to compromise us. And we look at it, yet we attempt it, but we resist it, and we stay true to our purpose. Why I'm going to be in? Most human beings are not built to handle that. The people who criticize us, if they had the clout, the political leverage, and the political gravitas, they would be gone. They would not be speaking truth to power. Believe you me. If I picked up the phone right now and reached out to George Weah, he will want to talk to me. You know why? He wants to run for president again. It is not easy to do what we do. We're not perfect. I'm not proud of some of my actions and some of my shortcomings. But what we've done, that we've remained consistent in the last 10 years, to our own peril, to our own, we've lost businesses. You used to come to our radio station, right?
Of course.
You saw a lot of people working there, right? We had 25 employees.
Yeah, 25 employees.
Is that the same place you are today? No.
No.
We lost that business. Our equipment are still with the government. To do what we do, it's not an easy thing. The people who critic, there will always be critics. There were critics of Martin Luther King. There were critics of Malcolm X. There will always be critics. But just do what you do. If you truly believe it, one day you'll be vindicated. It's a sacrifice, oh. It's a sacrifice. But you know what? When you are truly called up to do something, and you may falter, you may slip and fall sometimes, but you will pick yourself back up and keep on moving. And that is what God has been able to make us do. And I don't regret. We lost our radio station because of Justina Taylor. You know that. Not a day goes by that I sit and regret that we lost our radio station fighting to save one human being's life. Why go to be in? A human being's life is so important to me. You know, oftentimes I think about people who murder people, and I said, how do they do that? How do they take another human being's life and think that it is okay? How do they live with themselves? So, my brother, that's what drives us. Our deep sense of justice and compassion for our fellow man. That is the gas, the oil that propels this engine called Henry Costa. Wanting to see justice done, fairness, equality, economic and social justice, believing that everybody, why go to be Henry Costa, John Brown, we each have an opportunity to become the best version of ourselves in our own country, benefiting from the tremendous endowment which God Almighty has given us. That sense of justice is what keeps me straight. I may waver from time to time as every human being. There are some days that I may even be weary and I may question my purpose and my sacrifice. But I have never lost sight and focus of that dedication to that cause, that our country and our people deserve a better country. Where while go to being and go to India, get a bachelor's degree in business, come back to Liberia, have the opportunities to set up a business or become a business leader and do good for himself. That is what I fight for. It's a higher calling than fighting for myself. What man or what woman thinks that it's okay to only pursue the best in their life and live well and have everything for themselves and that's it? Then you have lived in vain. If your life and if your blessing cannot be enjoyed, cannot be multiplied, so the people around you, the people in your society can benefit from it too, then you, my friend, you are not living well. Your life is in vain. And so I follow what Winston Churchill said. He said, we make a life, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And sometimes what we give may not be money. It may be inspiration. It may be fighting for social justice for people. It may be sharing our time and our resources to help make others better versions of themselves. What we give, we make a living or we make a life by that. So that's why we do what we do, Agorobia. That's why
Costa, I remember doing the campaign, the first round, you campaigned for Benedict Ure, Honorable Ure. You actually wanted for Honorable Ure to become president.
I did.
But that did not materialize until the second round. Then the second round,
difficult decision for me to make.
Yeah, it was a difficult decision where you said the Kojolobo and the poison. Which one do you take? And more people decided to choose the poison, which of course, the poison now is in their stomach today.
Do you think I was right while I go to BN? I said I likened George Weah to poison. And I likened Joe Boaga to Kojolobo. Because Kojolobo is bitter. But the medicinal properties in Kojolobo can heal you, can make you well. The poison may be tantalizing, appealing, enticing, but it was sicking you and it will kill you. Do you think I was right?
100%, Costa. You are 100% right. And
all right. Enough of the talking. Wild Go to BN. Let's go back to the fund for the fundraiser. We're here to raise funds for our brother Wild Go to BN. And guess what? My sister, when she wakes up later on, she will tell us how much we raised. Cash App and Zelle. The Cash App is 763. The number is pinned right there under the thing. You can see it. Please let God test your heart. Send some money here. Let's help our brother buy his plane ticket to send him off to India to study. 763. For those of you who are listening but are not watching, the number is 763 568 8538. That's the Cash App. That's the Zelle. Cash App and Zelle. The same number for the both platforms. You can send your little contribution there. The mobile money number in Liberia. Where is Bwaga? Bwaga, have you received any money at all for Wago BM? The mobile money number is 0888 624 171. And that's Bwakai Kamara. That's Bwakai's mobile money account. So people have sent money, but I don't know how much, but people have sent money. I trust. And lots of people, when they wake up and watch the show, because most of our fundraising, they will raise over $10,000 in 2 hours for that Teach for Liberia group. They're doing fantastic work. And, we did it. We did it during the time when the people were up. But now most of the people are sleeping. But when they wake up, they will listen, they will watch this show, and they will see the information. And I trust my people, they will chip in. And then we will update. I will have the report as to how much we've raised so far. Well, once my sister gets up, Winifred Johnson, she will send me the information and I will share with you. But I can assure you, we will raise the money for you. And we want to do more than just the ticket money. We want to go a little bit above that. So you can have little money to put in your pocket. You know what I mean? You go into a foreign country, India. I believe I have a few Indian friends. I will speak to them to see how they can link up with you and help you when you get there. So, folks, this is how I'll bring this to an end. And whatever we do now, if we don't reach, if we did not or have not reached our target amount, we will continue tomorrow. You don't have to come, but we'll let you know how much we've raised. But I can assure you $1,000 something for my people, that's really nothing. So I'm sure we got this. So while I go to BN, let's take your parting comments and then we'll speak to you from your home tomorrow. We'll let you know the amount today. Check with me later on today. I'm very forgetful. Check with me by 2 o'clock your time. I should be up then because I'm going to go back to bed after. Yeah. But let's take your parting comments. Tell the people thank you for those who have contributed.
Okay. Costa, I want to say thank you very much. And thank you to our listening audience in Liberia and around the world. I want to say thank you for your little contribution. And thank you for the help you have given me. Words are inadequate to express, to say I'm very, very grateful for what you have done.
Thanks to the people who give the money, Wild Caribbean, not to me.
No, not to you now.
Mm-hmm.
Grateful to the people for what they have done. And I promise you all that your little contribution that you have given will not go in vain. I promise I will go India and study and come out with a flying colors so that I will come back and contribute my quota to the growth and development of our beloved country, Mama Liberia. So I can assure you that I will not let you down. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wild Caribbean. Thank you very much. We thank God. We thank all of you who have chipped in and those of you who have chipped in so that we can send this brother, Wild Caribbean, from a humble background. He has a scholarship from a church to go to India to study. He has his visa. I've seen it. He showed it to us the other day when he was on. And he's going to be going to India in the first week in February. So we want to help him get to India. That is our mission. And I know we're going to succeed in that mission in getting him to go to India. The mobile money number is there. Boaka, I see Sis Lydia says she's sending $20 to the mobile money number. We appreciate that as well. So you should confer with Boaka. He will let you know how much they've received so far from his number for his mobile money account. And by 2 o'clock, when you check with me today, I will send you the information as to how much was raised from our end here. And whatever outstanding or whatever funding gap we have or target, we're going to fill that tomorrow and we're going to get the rest of the money. Huh?
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You take care. You have a blessed day. Bye.